Hi everyone, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home. Today I want to show you how to do things with mandalas. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you how to make a fairly simple one. And then I'm going to show you how you can do it to like animal shapes or ballerinas or anything that you want to do. And yeah, how to do that. I won't actually be making any because I want to spend the time on showing you how to do it. So let's get started. So I've already got these shapes ready because the first thing we have to do with our shapes is because it's a whole shape at the moment and we just want an outline for cutting. So the way to do that is offset, inward. I've done it at 12 because I think that's the right sort of size for that line, and do that. And because it's the inside shape that's on top, we haven't got to move anything to the back, and we just subtract. There we go. We've now got our ring rather than the whole shape. So I'm going to start off by showing you. I'm just going to duplicate that because I still need another circle. I'm going to start off by showing you the first simple shape that we need to do. I need to duplicate again. So what I want to do is build up a pattern. Now, just doing this, I don't know if you've noticed, but they now do a little dot in the middle of the circle or any shape. And I want to make sure that that is in the middle of that. So it's got to go up a little bit. And then notice these two are level on the outside. Now, we can check them by doing our line. So a line through the centre. Yes, I had that okay. And then we're going to group that and duplicate it. And then we're going to go over to the angle and change that to 90. And then grab them both and align centre and middle. And now what we're going to do, I know it's a pain, actually we shouldn't have to, I'm not going to say that. I was going to ungroup them, but I don't think we need to because the program only lets you have a limited number of groups. I think it's 3. So I tend to ungroup before I carry on, but I don't think we need to do that. So we're going to duplicate that, and this time the angle we want is 45 degrees. And then we're going to grab them both and centre and middle them again. And there we go, that's our shape. So now we're going to weld it. So now that's a proper shape that can be cut out. That's our first shape. And then we want to make some nice pretty shapes that can go sort of on it or whatever. So we'll start with the heart, and what I'm going to do with that is when I duplicate, I'm just going to get that one out the way. I'm then going to flip, where am I? Oh, flip vertically. And then we're going to move it up a little bit, not too far, but we want a nice circle sort of thing. So what we're going to do is then hold them both, make sure they're aligned, and then group them. And we're going to do similar to what we just done with the circle. Group and duplicate. And then we're going to turn them 90 degrees, and then grab them both and centralize, centralize. And then we are going to group them. And you guessed it, duplicate. 45 degrees. Grab them both and centralize and centralize. And weld if it will. There's a lot of crossover lines there. Yeah. So that pattern will be nice in the center, I think. Inside the circle we'll have it. Like that. So that's like the smallest layer. Then I actually want a few circles, so I'm going to put them two over there a minute while I do these two, because what I want is like a half circle. So I want it to actually, do you know what, I'm going to use just a normal shape. There we go. Doesn't matter what size this is, but I want to take away half the circle. I'm just going to go, because I want to see where, oh, look at that. So I know if that circle, I come down just one more, and then I check this again, it's spot on the line, so I know now that it's half a circle. So I grab both and subtract, because I only want half of the circle. So I'm taking away the other half. There we go. And then we can go all the way round the outside with a nice pretty looped circle. Might think I'm strange here, but I'm going to do it the same way because it's quicker than doing one at a time coming all the way round. But I'm going to use the circle, but all I'm going to do is grab them both . This would be 22, because you're always halving the degrees when you're doing this. So the last one was 45, so now we're going to do 22 and a half. And then again, we are going to center, center. Let's see what happens now. There we go. So they don't quite join. Let's put this in here and see what it's like. I think it'd still look alright. Let's have a closer look. I'm going to grab them all. Right, I'm going to centralise all of it so that I know the circle's in the right place. And then I'm going to move in. Yeah, I think I have to come in a little bit more with them. Now let's try it. So we'll centralize it all again. That's it. See, now they're all going over the line. Let's see if that will weld. And there we go. So we've got an added little bit of pattern on there. We've got our nice little pattern there. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I wanted that with that. Quite small. And what I was going to do was stick it on like that. So do the same thing again. Let's just try it a bit and see how it looks. Think a bit smaller, do you? So as you can see, I've done the same thing with this that I done with the others. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to start colouring it all so that you can see it better. Let's just go in maybe pinks and lilacs. Okay. So if we turn this a little bit so that they're going out of the points, maybe we can make it a little bit bigger, and then we'll just align them both. And then you can see they're a little bit bigger, so they're just poking out a little bit. Actually, what I'm going to do is make that a little bit darker because it's difficult to see it. There we go. So we've got this one and this one. Oh, and the little one inside. Do that a nice deep purple so you can see that one more clearly. Okay, so one more quick shape. This I'm going to leave as a whole shape that we can put in the center here. It's just so, to give you some ideas of how you can make your own mandalas. So duplicate and flip. We'll leave a bit of a hole actually. Align them. It's the same thing. We're still going to group and duplicate. Basically, I mean, that is how you make any sort of round pattern that you want to make. Just to make sure that they're sized right. So 90 degrees, centralize them both ways, layer and group, and layer and duplicate. These we want at 45 degrees. Again, align. What if we put them at 60? So that one at 60, not all of it. Okay, and then we can just duplicate and put this one at 30. Now if we grab it all and align it all, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Now all we need to do is join these in the middle. So to do that we need to do the circle. Should have saved one. I knew I'd need another one. Okay, so offset. I'm going to do it at 16 because it's going to be very small. Actually, let's do it at 20. Okay. And then we will, oh, how did I do that? We will subtract the inside. And then we bring this down. Okay, I need to go in now to make sure that I'm going to do this right. I mean, we can still centralize it, but I just want to get it the right size. Yeah, I think that's about right. So we're going to grab them all, make sure it's all centralized. I think I've got that pretty spot on. And weld. There we go. Okay, so we'll display, zoom to matte size. We'll bring that down. Oh, what colour should we do this? Should we do this deeper pink? Yeah, that should be alright. We'll bring it in so that it is, I know it looks like a huge flower, but if we do it so that it's in the middle of that, and you can see the mandala starting to take shape, and you just keep going like that, just doing all different kinds of patterns, using all the shapes or anything you like. I want to stop there because I want to have time to show you how, let's group that so that it's okay. Now I'm going to put that up there because I have hidden lots of stuff. I wanted to show you what I was doing. So I've got this mandala, which is a lovely detailed one, I have to say. And I just wanted to practice on here. This is what I want to show you. So I use this to make a mandala out of a ballerina. I'll show you with the dog, it's the same thing. So the first thing to do, let me just ungroup that. The dog came with a heart. So what I would do is leave the heart to the side. What you have to do first is do a huge outward offset. You don't have to do it like, it's easier to do it big, that's all. So it might look weird at first, and then because that's behind, we're going to send that to the back, and then we are going to grab the dog and the outside and subtract. So all we have now is the whole of the dog. Now this is the hard bit because we've got to try and get it the right size. So there's plenty of the pattern in there. See, I don't know if you can see. If I move that a little bit, you can see the leg is just there. so I can't take that anymore. And then up here is, oh, got the mandala then. Yeah, so I think that's the biggest I can go. Make sure it's in the right, that's on top, so that's good. So we'll grab it both, and we're doing the same thing. Well, we're removing overlap. Watch the magic. It takes a while because of the pattern, but there you go. Now if you move that out the way. Oh, I forgot to save an image of the dog. So now we're going to click on this. See, it's still clicking the pattern that was left. So we're going to divide. Now it does divide all the little bits, but don't worry about that. It's going to take a while because it divides every single separate shape. And all we're going to do is go round and delete, because them dots will be all separate. That's why I've done it as big as I could so that we had space to delete. So that all we've got left is our little doggy. Now we're going to group, actually, we're going to group that. And what I should have done is, before I done that, you need to take a duplicate. And what I'm going to have to do is go on here. I think I got it from this one. So you don't have to play about with trying to size it the right size. Check that size. So it's 588. So if we click on this and put in there 588, it should go down to the right size. And then what we're going to do, we don't want it black, we will do it, let's do it blue. Fit it over. Send to the back. And there we go. Even though I've coloured it, that is the outside line, and you need an outline for it to cut the whole dog out. If you don't do that, it's only going to cut. And there you can put the heart on. And there we go. That is so easy how you do it. I've done the same thing with the ballerina. So lastly, just to show you can do whatever you like with this, let's just clear that. We'll get, let's get the letter B. Okay, so let's see how that works. Okay, I haven't done, I'm just trying it like this. I haven't actually done. Yeah, I've done it the wrong way round. Right, so undo. Sorry guys, that was ridiculous of me. We have to offset. I don't know if you can offset a letter. Yeah. So. Now let's try it. There we go. So you can do letters. You can now do whatever you like. If you've got a nice monogram, apologies, mandala, and then you have to divide it because this is all one piece still. If I show you, if I click on it, it's all still one piece. So you divide it, and obviously there's so many bits, it will take a while to divide and there'll be lots of bits. But if you click on the main bit and delete that, and then you can go roughly around the B to make sure all them bits are together, there's nothing else interfering, and group that, then you can move that out the way and delete the rest. There we go. Well, I'm sorry that was such a long one, but I just wanted to show you, first of all, how to do the mandala in all the different shapes, and how to do your own mandala if you wanted to. I know it's a very simple, basic one, but it gives you the idea for you to work on and start designing your own. So I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.